Hare Krishna. Pratik Prabhu,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
are you able to hear me? Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Pramod Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
While others join, let me offer prayers and then we start. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmalitam Jnana Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kata Mahim. Yadati Swapadantikam Vandhyam Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalan Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsya. Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Anvitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desadarane वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरि वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। Let me share what are we reading today. So who would like to go ahead? This is from verse 29. Don't need Devanagari, we don't need verse. Do let me know if you're able to see the screen.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Would someone like to read from verse number 29 to 39?
Yes,
Mm-hmm. Okay, proceed.
from 29.
Yeah.
Sukadeva Goswami continued
Before
in her.
starting, maybe if you can say Om Namo Bhagavate
Om
Vasu.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Yeah, 3 times.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Sukadeva Goswami continued in Haranmaya Versa, the Supreme Lord Vishnu lives in the form of a tortoise, Kurma Sarira. This most dear and beautiful form is always worshipped there in devotional service by Aryama, the chief resident of Hiranmaya Versa, along with the other inhabitants of that land. They chant the following hymns: O my Lord, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who have assumed the form of a tortoise. You are the reservoir of all transcendental qualities, and being entirely untinged by matter, you are perfectly situated in pure goodness. You move here and there in the water, but no one can discern your position. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Because of your transcendental position, you are not limited by past, present, and future. You are present everywhere as the shelter of all things, and therefore I offer my respectful obeisances unto you again and again. My dear Lord, this visible cosmic manifestation is a demonstration of your own creative energy. Since a countless varieties of forms within this cosmic manifestation are simply a display of your external energy, this Virat Rupa, universal body, is not your real form. Except for a devotee in transcendental consciousness, no one can perceive your actual form. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. My dear Lord, you manifest your different energies in countless forms, as living entities born from wombs, from eggs, and from perspiration, as plants and trees that grow out of the earth, as all living entities, both moving and standing, including the demigods, the learned sages, and the pitas, as outer space, as the higher planetary system containing the heavenly planets, and as the planet Earth with its hills, rivers, seas, oceans, and islands. Indeed, all the stars and planets are simply manifestations of your different energies, but originally you are one without a second. Therefore, there is nothing beyond you. This entire cosmic manifestation is therefore not false, but is simply a temporary manifestation of your inconceivable energy. O my Lord, your name, form, and bodily features are explained in countless forms. No one can determine exactly how many forms exist, yet you yourself, in your incarnation as the learned scholar Kalpa, Kapila Deva, have analyzed the cosmic manifestation as containing 24 elements. Therefore, if one is interested in Sankhya philosophy, by which one can enumerate the different truths, he must hear it from you. Unfortunately, non devotees simply count the different elements and remain ignorant of your actual form. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Sukadeva Goswami said, Dear King, the Supreme Lord in his Boar incarnation, who accepts all sacrificial offerings, lives in the northern part of Jambudvipa. There, in the tract of land known as Uttarkura Varsa, Mother Earth and all the other inhabitants worship him with unfailing devotional service by repeatedly chanting the following Upanishadic mantra. O Lord, we offer our respectful obeisances unto you as the gigantic person. Simply by chanting mantras, we shall be able to understand you fully. You are yagna, sacrifice, and you are the kratu, ritual. Therefore, all the ritualistic ceremonies of sacrifice are part of your transcendental body, and you are the only enjoyer of all sacrifices. Your form is composed of transcendental goodness. You are known as Triyuga because in Kali Yuga you appeared as a concealed incarnation, and because you always fully possess the three pairs of opulences. By manipulating a fire generating stick, great saints and sages can bring forth the fire lying dormant within wood. In the same way, O Lord, those expert in understanding the absolute truth try to see you in everything, even in their own bodies. Yet you remain concealed. You are not to be understood by indirect processes involving mental or physical activities, because you are self manifested. Only when you see that a person is wholeheartedly engaged in searching for you do you reveal yourself. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. The objects of material enjoyment, sound, form, taste, touch, and smell, the activities of the senses, the controllers of sensory activities, the demigods, the body, eternal time, and egotism are all creations of your material energy. Those whose intelligence has become fixed by perfect execution of mystic yoga can see all these elements result from the actions of your external energy. They can also see your transcendental form as super soul in the background of everything. Therefore, I repeatedly offer my respectful obeisances unto you. O Lord, you do not desire the creation, maintenance, or annihilation of this material world, but you perform these activities for the conditioned souls by your creative energy. Exactly as a piece of iron moves under the influence of a lodestone, inert matter moves when you glance over the total material energy. My Lord, as the original boar within this universe, you fought and killed the great demon Hiranyakasha. Then you lifted me, the earth, from the Garbhodaka ocean on the end of your tusk, exactly as a sporting elephant plucks a lotus flower from the water. I bow down before you. Hare Krishna. Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. How did you find it reading?
Yes, Prabhuji, it was very good, and yeah, while reading only, I felt very much deep into the thoughts of
Hmm.
Sukadeva Goswami. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. So, yeah, let me finish with my sincere prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritcham Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudhirayet. Nashtaprayeshu Avadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavata Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavti Naistiki. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaaya Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So yeah, let's understand. This is in the fifth canto of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, chapter number 18, the prayers of the residents of Jambudvipa. In Jambudvipa, there are different varshas, and we have come to the last two varshas. And let me quickly say what Ilavrita Varsha. We know that Lord Shiva worships Sankarshana, uh, and Bhadrashva is the place where Bhadrashrava is worshipping Hayagriva. Then Harivarsha, where Prahlad Maharaj is worshipping Narsimhadev. And then Ketumala is the place where Lakshmi Devi, Prajapati, Samvatsara, and his children, they reside there, and they worship Kamadev, Pradyumna, though he is the Lord's incarnation, but he has material body. And then in last, we also covered in Ramya Kavarsha, there is this Vaivasvata Manu who is worshipping Matsya Avatar. And then here now we are in the Hiranmaya Arya, where Aryama is worshipping Kurmadev. So let me quickly check the verses. We go to 29. Yeah. हिरण्मयेऽपि भगवान् निवसति कूर्मतनुं बिभ्राणस् तस्य तत् प्रियतमां तनुम् अर्यमा सह वर्ष पुरुषै पितृगणाधिपतिर् उपदावति मन्त्रम् इमं चानुजपति. So he's saying, Sukadev Goswami is telling that in Hiranmaya Varsha, the Supreme Lord Vishnu lives in the form of a tortoise, Kurma Sharira. This most dear and beautiful form is always worshipped there in devotional service by whom? Aryama, the chief residents of Hiranmaya Varsha, along with other inhabitants of that land. They chant the following verse or hymns. And before we go there, let's see. In the purport, Prabhupada is mentioning that Priyatama is used. Priyatama is very dear or dearmost. Each devotee regards a particular form of the Lord as most dear. Sometimes when Prabhupada was traveling at the time, his disciples had great curiosity to know whom does the Lord uh, mm, uh, like the most. That was the question. Who is the most beloved deity of for you? Um, and everyone were eagerly waiting, and Prabhupada was saying, the most is everyone has their own. Hmm? It's not one. So why? Because here we can see, since one of his opulences is infinite beauty, because the Lord is all attractive, and Lord is the six qualities of Bhagavan is one of them is all beautiful, along with all powerful, all what is that? All mighty, yeah, power, all beautiful, all renunciant, all unlimited, all strength. Strength, I think, came. Um, did I miss any? Yeah. So of this, we see that Lord is unlimitedly beautiful, and because He's unlimitedly beautiful, uh, um, it is that. However, non-devotees think that Lord Krishna's incarnation or ordinary material creation, and therefore they distinguish between the beautiful and the non-beautiful. A certain form of the Lord is worshipped by a particular devotee because he loves to see that form of the Lord. Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Ananta Rupam. He has so many forms. Purana Purusham Navayavvanam Cha. So he is all youthful. Yeah, this is all use. So he doesn't grow old. He doesn't kind of no. He is ever youthful, and so is all attractive. The very beautiful form of Lord is always youthful. Sincere servants of a particular form of the Lord always see that form as very beautiful, and thus they engage in constant devotional service. So we have to understand the science of bhakti is simple, but only thing is we make it little complicated with our own ways of thinking and seeing things through those because there is also different thought processes that are there which are bombarded upon us. Some say there is no God, some say there is God who is having no form, some say so all these things. And here we can clearly see that there are Aryama, he loves the Lord to worship in his Kurma form, tortoise form. And how he worships is Om Namo Bhagavate Akuparaya Sarva Sattva Guna Vishesha Nayanu Palakshita Sthanaya Namo Varshmane Namo Bhumne Namo Namo Avasthanaya Namaste. So he's saying, oh my Lord, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. You have assumed the form of a tortoise. You are the reservoir of all transcendental qualities. And being entirely untinged by matter, you are perfectly situated in pure goodness. So you move here and there in the water, but no one can discern your position. So the Lord is, therefore, I offer my respectful obeisance unto you because of your transcendental position. You are not limited by past, present, and future. You are present everywhere as a shelter of all things, and therefore I offer my respectful obeisance. He is saying, Namo, Namo. Namo Namaha. Namaha means to offer respectful obeisance. Namo Namaha means to say again, yeah, I want to again and again offer. Um, this is what is the prayer. And um, Prabhupada brings a very nice reference here. He brings from Brahma Samhita, Goloka eva nivasati akilatma bhuta. So here it says that the Lord is has assumed this form. hmm, and here Lord Brahma is saying, Goloka eva nivasati akilatma bhuta. The Lord always remains in Goloka, topmost planet in the spiritual world. At the same time, He is all pervading. He is all pervading, but He also has a home. This paradox is only possible for the Supreme Lord who is full of opulence. This is only possible. The Lord's all pervasiveness is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna himself is saying, Ishvara sarva bhutanam hrideshe Arjuna tishtati. So I am residing in the heart. And elsewhere in Bhagavad Gita, he also says, Sarvaschaham Hridi Sannivishto, Matta Smritir Gnanam Apohanam Cha, Vedescha Sarvam Ahameva Vedyo, Vedanta Krit Vedavit Eva Chaham. So, in this way, we can see that Lord is affirming that He is present all over, He is all pervading and seated in everyone's heart. Therefore, although Lord is present everywhere, He cannot be seen with ordinary eyes. As Arima is saying, the Lord is Anupalakshita Sthana. No one can locate him. Anupalakshita Sthana. Though we know, okay, Lord is in our heart, but we are able to not locate. We are not able to see him. We only know that Lord is in the heart, but we don't know how is he present. Mm, because we have not developed the suitable eyes to see that. This is the greatness of the Supreme Lord that He is located everywhere. At the same time, yeah, He is not so easily visible for the material eyes because it needs pure. Because to see pure, we need to be pure. We can't see that otherwise. My dear Lord, and it goes further. Yad rupam etam nijamaya artha swarupam bahurupa rupitam sankhya na yasyasti ayatopalam bhanat tasmai namaste vyapadesha rupine. He's saying, my dear Lord, this visible cosmic manifestation is a demonstration of your own creative energy. Since the countless varieties of the form within this cosmic manifestation are simply a display of your energy, this Virat Roop is not your real form. Uh, except for a devotee in transcendental consciousness, no one can perceive your actual form. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. A devotee appreciates the Lord to see Him in His beautiful form, not in a very, very, what is called, fearsome, fearful form. This is what happened when Krishna was asked by Arjuna, if you may can you show me your Vishwarupa, Virata Rupa? When Krishna showed, when he expanded himself and he showed, uh, at that time Arjuna says, oh, it's very hard to see you. It's dazzling and what is the, what can I see? There is no beginning, no end. Yeah, you are spread in all directions, and yeah, all everyone are present in you. It's very hard to have you see this form. So please again, show me your wonderful, beautiful two-handed lotus darshan of you. So anyone can understand that the original fire is, example Prabhupada gives is, we can understand their mistake by simple example. What Mayavadis think is the universal form of the Lord to be real and his personal form is illusory. Sometimes they see, personal form, yeah, when Krishna is doing all the leelas, they think, hey, Krishna is ordinary human being, which means it's illusory. And rather, Virat Roop is approved because he's, from the scriptures, Vedas, they explain that he's all pervading, omniscient, omnipotent, and all. It can only be when he is unlimited. Virat Roop is the right. The example, how to understand, a fire consists of three elements. Fire means it has heat, it has light, uh, which are the energies of the fire and the fire itself. The fire is there, which is actually the fire. Then what comes out of it is the heat and also light. And now anyone can understand that the original fire is the reality, and that the heat and light are simply the fire's energy. So in one way, we can see that what is reality is fire, and what is formless, which is we can't see, which is we are not able to see as reality. uh, with our eyes is heat and light. Oh, no, sorry. We cannot perceive, yeah, we cannot perceive the form of light and form of heat. Hmm. So only the fire has form, and therefore it is the real form of the heat and light. As Krishna states, Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina. He's saying, by me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. So In this way, we can understand the Lord is establishing His supremacy. There is no doubt about it. We may want, because we have our own understanding right from our childhood with whatever we have come across. We think that no, everyone are same or there is no one. Huh? And when it comes to the authenticity of Bhagavad Gita, yeah, we tend to undermine some of the statements, some of the instructions of Krishna, saying that, okay, his Leela is quite tricky and so many reasons why we won't find is basically we are envious. We are envious. Why? Because that if I have to accept Krishna, then I have to change my own position of my experience, my understanding. So better, it's always nice just take what I can and leave what I don't want. So that is the mentality which is not approved. It is just like Kukkuta Niti, which means I'll accept the most favoring part of the duck, yeah, which is actually duck lays eggs. I don't want to have the mouth of the duck because it's eating a lot of food. So that is our position. But rather we can see anyone can understand that the original. Okay, the here in the purport we can see from the purport that the entire material creation is resting on Krishna's energy. This is what Krishna himself is saying. And one may come up with point that hey, Krishna is saying. And yeah, maybe if he's telling about himself, he is isn't he proud? The Lord can claim to be proud. I mean, not negatively. Yeah. After all, it is He who has created proudly all everything. And material creation, spiritual creation, everything is created by Him. So to claim the position of creator, supreme enjoyer, supreme controller, uh, it is only Lord who can do, and it is Krishna is claiming that, and he also proved that, and that in that sense we can accept Krishna's words as it is. Therefore, no one can understand the real form of the Lord without becoming his devotee, and this is why also Krishna has spoken Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, because Arjuna was his devoted devotee and was not having any tinge of envy in him. Then जरायुजं स्वेदजं अंडजोबिदं. One second, let me open the page properly. We are talking about 32. Hmm, yeah. जरायुजं स्वेदजं अंडजोबिदं चराचरं देवर्षिपित्र भूतम ऐन्द्रियम द्यौह खम क्षितिः शैल सरित समुद्र द्वीप ग्रह ग्रहर्क्षिते ग्रहर्क्षति अभिधेय एकः. He is saying, it is said that all the stars and planets are simply manifestations of your different energies, but originally you are one without a second. Therefore, there is nothing beyond you. This entire cosmic manifestation is therefore not false, but is simply a temporary manifestation of your inconceivable energy. The question is coming here. Oh, Krishna is claiming that he is supreme, and here we can see that Aryama is claiming or saying, hey, there is nothing beyond you. Uh, it is you in the form of Kurma Dev. Uh, you manifest your different energies in countless forms. The question is whom to accept as supreme. Here we can see that first of all, from a tattva point of view, from the nature or the philosophy point of view, we can see Kurma avatar is non-different, is not different from Krishna. Why? Because Krishna is the fountain in head of all these incarnations. Anadi Achyutam Ananta Rupam. Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Ananta Rupam. The Lord Himself is manifesting, and then Govindam Adi Purusham. Brahma is saying it is Govinda from whom you have manifested in many forms. So there is no fault here when one is worshipping and understanding this and worshipping that Kurma avatar is none other than expansion from Lord Krishna. यस्मिन् असंख्येन विशेषनाम रूपकृतौ कविभिः kalpiteyam sankhya yaya tattva drasha paniyate tasmai nama sankhya nidarshanaya te iti. So here about the Lord is praised here. My Lord, your name, form, bodily features are expanded in countless forms. No one can determine exactly how many forms exist, yet you yourself, in your incarnation as the learned scholar Kapila Dev, have analyzed the cosmic manifestation as containing 24 elements. Therefore, if one is interested in Sankhya philosophy, by which one can enumerate different truths, he must hear it from you. This is very important. Unfortunately, non-devotees simply count the different elements and remain ignorant of your actual form. Sankhya philosophy, which is telling about how this whole nature is made of all these 24 elements, materialistic elements, um, is ultimately telling not only about the material world, it is telling the relationship with the material world to the spiritual world. And Sankhya philosophy, that's why should be heard from the Lord or his devotee, not from a non-devotee, because he will remove the God element from the whole the source of creation of all these elements, all the ingredients, just like a Big Bang theory where there is no God but everything is there. Huh? So how is it everything is there? Just let's take an example of a table. A table is there. Does it mean that it has been there by itself? Is it its own creator, or was it some material cause was the cause of this? No, in fact, it is the tree which is material element, but in fact, it is the person who is carving, the carpenter who is bringing it and giving it a form, and then it becomes a table. So there is nothing mm, coming by itself, but definitely there is a cause of everything. Huh? So in this way, he is offering his respectful obeisances and the prayers um, here. Shukadev Goswami is saying uh, that, dear King, the Supreme Lord in his Boar incarnation, who accepts all sacrificial offerings, lives in the northern part of Jambudvipa. There, in the tract of land known as Uttarakuru Varsha, Mother Earth and all the other inhabitants worship him with unfailing devotional service by repeatedly chanting the following Upanishadic mantra. Huh? Did we cover that mantra? Yeah. Bhakti yogeno padavati imam cha paramam upadesham avartyati. It is said, what is the mantra? Om Namo Bhagavate Mantra Tattva Lingaya Yajna Kratave Maha Dvara Dvaravayavaya Mahapurushaya Namah Karma Shuklaya Triyugaya Namaste. So, just one second. I'm switching between windows because I made some notes. So here we can see there is a very nice attribute of the Lord. We said mantra tattva lingaya means who is understood in truth by different mantras. Hmm. So the purpose of mantras is not to infuse our body with some spiritual energy or some clearance of anarthas. No, the mantras are actually used for glorifying the Lord. Otherwise, they are not even mantras. He says, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the age of okay. Before we go there, um, hmm, 35. Yeah. Here we see that the Lord appears is addressed here as three yuga. Hmm. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is incarnation of this age of Kali, as confirmed in many places throughout the Puranas, the Mahabharata, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, and Upanishads. The summary of this appearance is given in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 699. Uh, follows as follows is Kali Yuge Leelavatar Na Kare Bhagavan Ataiva Triyuga Kari Kahi Tara Nama. In this age of Kali, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Bhagavan does not appear as a Leela avatar, an incarnation to display pastime. Therefore, he is known as Triyuga. Unlike other incarnations, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in this age as a devotee of the Lord. Therefore, he is called concealed incarnation, Channa avatar. Mm. Then the example in the verse 36 is by Yasya Swarupam. Um, यस्य स्वरूपं कवयो विपश्चिते विपश्चितो गुणेषु दारुष्व इव जातवेदसं मन् मथ्नन्ति मथ्ना मनसा दिदृष्कवो गूढं क्रियार्थैर्नम ईरितात्मने. He's saying by manipulating a fire generating stick, great saints and sages can perform. What are they performing? They can do kriyartha. They can perform. Um, you can bring forth the fire lying dormant in the wood. In the same way, O Lord, those expert in understanding the absolute truth try to see you in everything, even in their own bodies, yet you remain concealed. You are not to be understood by indirect process involving mental or physical activities, because you are self-manifested only when you see that a person is wholeheartedly engaged in searching for you do you reveal yourself. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. And in the purport, Prabhupada refers here that Kriyarthair means by performing ritualistic ceremonies to satisfy the demigods. The word vipaschita is explained in Taittiriya Upanishad as follows: Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyoman. Uh, so, so Snute Sarvam Kaman Sah Brahmana Vipaschiteti. As Krishna states, Bahunam Janmanam Ante. So, after many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me. So it is not just anyone can anyone is accepting it. Only few, and that is why because here it is said you are not so easy. You conceal your identity. You are not to be understood by indirect processes. Indirect processes may not, through that we can't see the direct personality. Rather, when one executes devotional service, when one engages really in searching you always, and then only he can be successful. Therefore, I offer obeisances to you. Uh, and then द्रव्य क्रिया हेत्वा अन अयनेश कर्तृभिर माया गुणैर वस्तु निरीक्षितात्मने अन्वीक्षयान गातिशयत्म बुद्धिभिर निरस्त माया कृतय कृतये नमो नमस्ते. So here, the prayer is about that the material objects, the objects of material enjoyment like sound, form, touch, taste, and smell, the activities of sense controllers of sensory activities who are the demigods, the body, eternal time, egoism are all creations of your material energy. So, those whose intelligence has been fixed by perfect execution of mystic yoga can see that all these elements result from action of your external energy. So, in that way, we should understand that Lord is source of everything and He is maintainer of everything, and then they can also see transcendental form as super soul in the background of everything. Who those who are intelligent, uh, who have intelligence has been fixed by perfect execution of mystic yoga can see. Therefore, I repeatedly offer respectful obeisances. Karoti Vishwa Sthiti Samyamodayam Yasyepsitam Nepsitam Ikshitur Gunaihi Maya Yathayo Brahmate Tad Ashrayam Grah Gravno Namaste Gunakarma Sakshine. Huh. Here, the Lord is saying that you do not desire the creation, maintenance, or annihilation of this world. Hmm. This is very important point. Otherwise, people may misunderstand the Lord because People may start seeing Lord is very cruel. People may see Lord is very sadistic. People may see that Lord lost his plan of creation or maintaining or annihilation. No, here it's clear. It's not that it's interest of the Lord that he is creating. Uh, he said, you do not desire the creation, maintenance, or annihilation of this material world, but you perform these activities for the conditioned soul by your creative energy. Exactly as a piece of iron moves under the influence of a lodestone. A lodestone is the, ore, a magnetic ore, which is, I mean, which is a metal or a lodestone, and it can attract the iron. Inert matter moves when you glance over the total metal energy. Hmm. So, in the purport, Prabhupada writes, the workings of the nature are not going on automatically. It is only because the Lord glances over the metal energy that it acts in wonderful ways, just as lodestone causes a piece of iron to move here and there. So, this is the understanding we should develop, that how dependent we are uh, on Lord and His energies, and His mercy. Otherwise, nothing can move. Atheistic Sankhya philosophers think that the total material energy causes the cosmic manifestation, but they are wrong. It is not that just because there is a piece of what is it? There is some sand, there is some water, and there is water, sea, and sun, and that's why the ocean is manifesting. There is no Lord. No, that is not the understanding. The understanding is that everything is personal. Every element is created by the Lord and is connected to the Lord. Therefore, the background of all natural occurrences is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Maya Dyakshena Prakrite Suyate Sacharacharam. Uh, so, this is also further explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Jagat Karana Nahe Prakriti Jadarupa Shakti Sanchariya Tare Krishna Kare Kripa. Krishna ती कृष्ण शक्ते प्रकृति हय गौण कारण अग्नि सत्वे लौह वायुचे करये जारण अथैव कृष्ण मूल जगत कारण प्रकृते कारण ये चे अजा गल स्थान. Anyway, I'm not good at Bengali, but English translation goes like this, that because Prakriti is dull and inert, it cannot actually be the cause of material world. Lord Krishna shows his mercy by infusing his energy into the dull, inert material nature. Thus, Prakriti, by the energy of Krishna, becomes the secondary cause, just as iron becomes red hot by energy of fire. Therefore, Lord Krishna is the original cause of cosmic manifestation. Prakriti is like the nipple of the neck of a goat, for they cannot give any milk. Thus, it is a great mistake on the part of materialist scientists and philosophers to think that matter moves independently. प्रमथ्य दैत्यं प्रतिवारणं मृदे यो मां रसाय जगतादि सुकरः कृत्वाग्र दंष्ट्रे निरगात् उदन्वतः क्रीडन् इवेबः प्रणस प्रणत्सामि प्रणत्सामि तं विभुम् इति. My Lord, as the original bore within this universe, you fought and killed the great demon Hiranyaksha. Then you lifted me, the earth, from the Garbhodaka ocean on the end of your tusk, exactly as a sporting elephant plucks a lotus flower from the water. I bow down before you. So, here, of course, next Saturday, we Saturday, I mean, I don't know, even Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we are yet to decide, but we will go through this the appearance of Lord Varahadev. Why did the Lord appear, and what kind of valor he exhibited to subdue Hiranyaksha. This is what we will discuss next week. Here we can already see how Mother Earth is so much relieved from the burden of all the atheistic and agnostic and mm, what is, uh, misguided uh, understanding, and because of which everyone, yeah, there is this Hiranyaksha who is drilling deep into the core of earth. Why? Because he want Hiranya. Hiranya means gold. He was look gold mines. He was digging down deep, 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 deep. He was not even seeing how much inconvenience he is creating to Mother Earth. Anyway, we discuss more there, but as a sense of gratitude, she offered, Lakshmi Devi offered prayers, Mother Earth offered prayers, and Bhudevi, yeah, and Lord has accepted her as his consort. Hmm. Okay, thank you very much. Again, back question to Pratik Prabhu. How was it after hearing to Prabhupada's purports for the same few verses?
Yes, Prabhuji. I would say it was very nice, of course. Deep.
It
Um,
clarified few questions. It added few more questions, I guess.
no, it mostly clarified
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, means added question, but those questions are not logical. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, means yeah,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
yes, it was nice.
Yeah. Very nice. Okay. Any other questions or yeah?
Hare Krishna
Anyone want to
Prabhuji.
share how was it? Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I have one question.
Mm-hmm.
In verse 36,
Mm-hmm.
just to clarify for understanding, so what does it like? What actually is meant by indirect processes involving mental or physical activities?
So here we can see, I'm just going into the purport of that.
Ah, yes. Mhm.
Um, wait, 36, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Um, you are not to be understood by indirect processes involving mental or physical activities. So one may think that I can work very hard and with that I can know Krishna. That's not possible. Or I am sitting alone, but I have a sharp mind and let me start speculating how the Lord should be. Huh? And some inputs can be from Upanishads, some from Vedas, but then I'm using my uh, s- mental capacities and to try to decode myself rather than just following the direct process, which is here mentioned. What is that? Hmm. Those are indirect. That's why we can't see. Because you have self manifest only when you see the person is wholeheartedly engaged in searching for you, wholeheartedly searching for you, then you reveal yourself. So with any other interest, indirect here also means that you are not really serious to know about God, but actually to solve your immediate problems, which are you think, hey, I don't understand how this creation is manifested, why, and etc. With whatever that, if that is your goal, yeah,
Mm.
to know only about yourself, only about to know your surroundings, but not to know about the Lord, that is indirect, whether you do mentally or physically.
Okay, Prabhuji. And
Mhm.
this wholeheartedly engaging and searching for you
Mhm.
means to also like listening to the Shastras and everything. Like,
Yeah,
is that all entailing all
wholeheartedly
of that?
searching is the sense of jigyasa, Brahma jigyasa, so to know who am I, to know who is the Lord, yeah, and to not just explore oneself, but to really seek. This is what happens when you really seek, uh, then sincerely seek, then the Lord manifests this, and this is what here its point is saying. But the challenge is sometimes is when we are seeking, we don't know are we seeking right or wrong because of our inabilities to seek the right way. So we may miss the whole point. So here we should understand that we can't just go with a blind faith, which is quite dangerous. With blind faith, after some time we may lose the taste of it. Why we are doing if someone is just like a yeah, a mushroom is growing very, very fast into a big one. But what is the strength? No strength, right? If you
Yes,
just
Prabhuji.
hit with a small finger, then it will just break. So our idea is not just becoming so big. I know, I have to do it. But if someone is asking why, then immediately our faith gets shaken. No, rather that's why we need to be confirmed what we are doing is right. How do we get confirmation if we need someone who can tell that? So seeking is right, but seeking under guidance is best. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Thank you. Other questions or thoughts? No, then see you a few in the afternoon program and others tomorrow. I wish you a nice weekend. And yeah, this chapter is finished. I will see what is that next important chapter in this fifth canto. I think most of the thing, I think there are maybe 2 or 3 chapters more, or let me check again and cover them as well. And then we move into the sixth canto. Ideally speaking, whatever is more about astronomical and how is the creation and everything, we are just kind of skipping only if they are um, um, about some leelas or some glorifications of the Lord. I'm just looking those chapters as the main focus. Yeah, so that's why if someone, it's not that it's not there, it is there. If someone is interested, they can read more. In this fifth canto, you can come across chapters about it. So the next chapter is the studying the structure of the universe. No, description of island of Jambudvipa is described, and then there is also, I think we'll cover somewhere about um Ganga, origin of Ganges, and then I think we will move to the sixth canto. I have to just check, but more or less I am, yeah. All there is so much science about the how is the movement of sun and the orbits of planets, all the zodiac signs, whatever we, it's not something came from the West. It actually is from the Vedic understanding, not Westic understanding. And then there is Shishumara planetary system where the glorification, Shishumara is the place where Dhruva Maharaj, pole star is there. So the glorification of Dhruva Maharaj is done there. A description of the body of Shishumara, which is dolphin, and then the mantras to worship uh, Shishumara. So all these things are there. We'll see what to cover. And then I think there ends, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, there is description of hellish planets we covered as part of the um, what is this? Ah, as part of our Bhagavad Sapta, we have covered that as part of Ajamil Upakhyana, and then the glories of Ananta 525 is something I will cover. But in case if something else is in between, I'll cover that and then come to 525. So 525 is a very nice chapter. Also to understand how Lord Shiva is worshipping. What is the beauty of Lord Anantadev? Mm. It's not a big chapter, it's just 15 verses, but yeah, it's very interesting. Nice. Okay, thank you very much. Then Panchakalpatarabhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Grandhara Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Jai Gaura Premanand. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare